Hey everyone, today we're going to learn how to use an online program that you can use to digitally edit a photo in order to prepare an image for a grid project. So the program we're going to use is called Pixlr. It's free, it's available online. It even has presets so that you can use it to create pictures for various social media. But if you will just type in Pixlr and go to pixlr.com, up at the top there is a menu, and there's Pixlr X, which is the Express. We don't want that, or Pixlr E. That is going to allow you to have more options for editing your photo. So what we are going to do is we are going to take a photo of yourself. You're going to need to have a picture saved already, and you're going to posterize it so that you break it down into just some basic areas of light and dark value. So instead of smoothly shaded pictures like right here on this photo, instead of smoothly shaded surfaces, you've got sort of flat surfaces of color. And this makes it a little easier to use the grid drawing process. So the first thing we're going to do is go to Open Image over here in the left, open your image, and you should have already saved a picture, or you can use a webcam. I'm going to choose this picture here, and it's a little bit big. Like I don't want to, in my project, I don't want to have all of this. So the first thing I'm going to do is crop it to what I like. I'm going to use the crop tool, which is right here. If you hover over any of the tools in the toolbox, it'll tell you what the tool is and what it does. So I'm going to go to crop, which looks like a little square. I'm going to click on that, and I'm going to pull this in. So I'm just really focusing on the face. Your picture should be a picture of your face. I would keep it fairly simple. Keep it focused on just your face. That looks fine. So I'm going to hit enter. All right, now I have my picture. So the first thing I'm going to do now that I've cropped down my picture is I'm going to go up to adjustments, and I'm going to choose desaturate. Desaturate means to take away all of the color. Saturation means how bright or dull a color is. So if you fully saturate, you have bright colors. If you desaturate, you take away all the color. So now you see it's black and white. I'm going to go back to adjustment. I'm going to choose brightness and contrast. And I'm going to pull this over. I'm just going to right click and drag to pull it away. And I'm going to increase my contrast a little bit because I want to have bright areas and dark areas. I might even change the brightness. If it's a dark photo, you might want to pull up the brightness a little bit, but make sure you have some good contrast in your picture and hit apply. The next step is to go back to adjustments and choose Posterize. And by choosing Posterize, what you're going to do, if you pull that bar a little bit to the right, you'll see it turns it to a totally black and white picture. If you like this look the best, you are allowed to use it. I recommend going into about 2 or 3 layers, or maybe 4 layers. If you'll notice along that bar at the end, it has a number, and that's how many levels or layers you can see, how many different values. So I have like 1, this light value is 1, then I have this value, which is 2, and then I have this value, which is 3, and then I have black, which is 4. So it's basically giving you like 4 different values. Actually, maybe that dark gray is 4, and the black and the white are just a given. So it's giving you a certain number of values and breaking it down, and the more layers you have, the more complex your image gets. So you can see that I just keep adding different amounts of values that I see, and it gets more like a photograph. So we want this to be very basic. You could do something that is just 2 layers. I would say anywhere between 1 to 4 layers, whichever you like the best. I'm going to choose this, and I'm going to hit apply. So now that I have posterized, if you have anything, Alexa, stop. If you have anything you want to get rid of, go ahead and you can use the eraser tool. Like I don't want these details over here. I'm going to use the eraser tool, which looks like a little eraser, and I'm going to erase some of these details. You don't have to. You're going to just do whatever you want in your backgrounds. You do not need to include any of the background images, but if you see something and it's distracting, go ahead and get rid of it. This is what I want. I just want just my picture and a plain background. Okay, now that I've done this, my next step is to save. File, save. I'm going to call it portrait. You can name it whatever you want, doesn't matter, and hit download. All right, the next step is to go down to the download box that should have popped up and open. And I would recommend saving this on your computer if you can. Otherwise, you can right-click and copy. And I'll show you what to do in the next segment to prepare your picture because you're going to be pasting this into a Google Drawing. That'll be your next video. All right. We're going to pull this up and be sure to complete this process and then be prepared to watch the next video.